Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yellow, yellow flower travel. Yellow, yellow, yellow flower travel.
Hi guys, it's Yellow Flower Travel, and today we're taking you to the Black Country Living Museum in Dudley. During our visit, we captured some of our favourite highlights to give you a feel for the experience, from arriving at the museum and exploring the historic streets to hopping aboard a beautifully restored vintage bus and discovering one of the UK's most immersive living history attractions. As we arrived, one of the first things we noticed was the museum entrance, which felt spacious, organised, and easy to navigate. You'll also spot the Heritage Fund sign, recognising the important role the National Lottery Heritage Fund has played in preserving this remarkable piece of history for future generations. Inside the visitor centre, ticket prices are clearly displayed. It's also worth mentioning that your admission ticket becomes an annual pass, giving you unlimited daytime return visits for a year once activated online. If you live locally, this offers fantastic value for money. However, if you're traveling from further afield, it's worth remembering that the ticket is priced as an annual pass rather than a single day admission. Once you've purchased your tickets, you'll receive a helpful map of the museum, making it easy to plan your route and decide which areas you'd like to explore first. Before heading into the village, we also noticed the museum's recent recognition as the gold winner of Large Visitor Attraction of the Year 2025. Now it's time to step back in history. As you begin exploring the village, the main streets are generally wide, flat, and easy to navigate, making it comfortable to move around much of the site. One thing to keep in mind is that this is a living museum, so you'll regularly encounter vintage buses, historic cars, and even horse-drawn transport traveling through the streets. It all adds to the authenticity of the experience, but it's worth staying aware of your surroundings as you explore. If you'd like to learn more about the museum's fascinating history, guided tours are also available throughout the day. One of our favorite experiences was hopping aboard one of the beautifully restored vintage buses. Not only was it a fantastic way to travel around the site, but it also gave us the chance to take in the surroundings from a different perspective. Every corner of the village is full of character, with historic buildings, traditional shops, and costumed interpreters helping to bring the Black Country's history to life. It really does feel like stepping back in time. From a family perspective, we also loved exploring the traditional fun fair. There are several vintage rides, including the beautiful traditional gallopers, creating a nostalgic atmosphere that's just as enjoyable for adults as it is for children. The rides operate using tokens, and depending on the package you purchase, you may receive additional rides included, so it's worth checking the different options before buying your tokens. Also, one thing to bear in mind is that the fun fair can be quite noisy, including some of the rides, so if you or someone you're visiting with is sensitive to sound, it's well worth packing a pair of noise-cancelling headphones. Before you leave, you'll also find the museum's main souvenir shop. There's a lovely selection of gifts, books, traditional sweets, and locally inspired keepsakes, making it a great place to pick up a memento of your visit. We did find it quite busy and a little overwhelming, particularly during peak times. So if you or someone in your group finds crowded indoor spaces challenging, that's something worth bearing in mind when planning your visit. As Disability Awareness Day approaches, the UK's largest independent event promoting physical accessibility and inclusion, we also wanted to recognise attractions that are making genuine efforts to become more welcoming and accessible. From the generally accessible main routes and transport options to the museum's ongoing work around accessibility and inclusive storytelling, it's encouraging to see heritage sites continuing to evolve so that more people can enjoy and connect with history. Overall, we came away genuinely impressed. The Black Country Living Museum is much more than a museum. It's an immersive experience that allows you to walk through history at your own pace. Combined with its genuinely accessible layout, transport options, and welcoming atmosphere, it's easy to see why it continues to be one of the region's most celebrated attractions. We hope you've enjoyed joining us for some of the highlights from our visit. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow Yellow Flower Travel for more accessibility and inclusion-focused travel reviews and destination guides. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Yellow flower.